Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Lifestyle PA podcast. I'm your host, Beth Ricka, physician assistant, registered dietitian, and lifestyle medicine expert. I help high achieving women over 35 feel like themselves again with science backed strategies for hormone health, sustainable weight loss, energy, and mental clarity. Today, we are diving into a topic that's often misunderstood, but absolutely critical. We are talking all about fat. If you grew up in the low fat diet era, this episode is going to rewire the way you think about fat, especially during perimenopause and beyond. Welcome to the Lifestyle PA podcast, where we talk about all things women's health and lifestyle to help you become the healthiest and happiest version of yourself. Okay, so let's start with the basics. Dietary fat is one of the three macronutrients alongside protein and carbohydrates, which we covered in the past two episodes. It's not just a source of high calories. It's truly essential for things like hormone production, brain function, cell structure, absorption of those fat soluble vitamins, A, D, E, and K, and really helps with satiety and blood sugar regulation. After 35, when estrogen levels begin to fluctuate, your body becomes more reliant on dietary fat to support that hormone synthesis, regulate your mood, and helps with metabolic stability. So let's talk a little bit about bad fats, because before we talk about all the things about good fats, let's clear up what we don't want. So first and foremost, trans fat. So these are chemically altered fats that are found in processed foods like margarine, commercial baked goods. These are the things that increase LDL or bad cholesterol and lower our HDL or good cholesterol and really promote systemic inflammation. One Harvard study actually showed that even small amounts of trans fat significantly raises your cardiovascular risk. So it's just not worth it. And you truly want to avoid anything that you see that says partially hydrogenated oils on the label. That equals trans fat. So avoid those altogether. The major other one, second one being excess saturated fat, right? So saturated fats are found in animal products like fatty cuts of red meat, butter, full fat dairy, and coconut oil. So these aren't all evil. I hate labeling things as good or bad, but in excess, they definitely can increase that LDL, artery clogging, cholesterol, and promote inflammation, especially in women who already are challenged with insulin resistance, high stress, or poor sleep. The American Heart Association recommends keeping saturated fat under 10% of total calories. So for many women, that can look like 15 to 20 grams a day. Inside my program, one of the things I teach is really limiting that when we dive into nutrition label rating on less than 10 grams a day is truly optimal. So now let's talk a little bit about the power of incorporating healthy fats into our diets, especially after 35, because these are critical. So first is monounsaturated fats. This is the type of fat found in avocados, olive oil, almonds, cashews, things like tahini. These fats are anti-inflammatory and heart protective. So we want more of these. They help support our estrogen balance. They improve that HDL or good cholesterol. They help reduce belly fat and improve insulin sensitivity. And they support brain function and memory. There was a study in Nutrients that found that a higher monounsaturated fatty acid intake was linked to a lower risk of cognitive decline in midlife women. So truly, truly good for brain health. So an easy way to integrate this is simply when you just drizzle olive oil over your roasted veggies, or if you add like a quarter of an avocado to a meal or throw it inside your smoothie. Easy way to integrate that. The second type being polyunsaturated fat. So this type includes both omega-3 and omega-6, but we're going to focus on omega-3s because that's the type that's truly a game changer. So this you can find in things like salmon and sardines and mackerel and flaxseed and chia seeds and walnuts. And these are the types of fats that really help reduce that inflammation. They boost mood, reduce anxiety, they support brain health and memory. They help to regulate hormones and menstrual cycles. They improve your sleep quality and they lower triglycerides. So they're very heart protective as well. Studies have shown recently that omega 3s help to improve symptoms of perimenopause, like the mood swings and joint pain and brain fog, which will take all the help we can get, right? And this is an easy way to integrate and help with that. So, in an ideal world, you want to aim for 2 servings a week. That's it, of fatty fish. Or if you're not, if you don't love fish or you're feeling like you're not able to meet your needs through those food sources, that's when I would recommend a high quality fish oil supplement. And then, so let's talk about the relationship with fats and hormones. So after 35, your body naturally makes less estrogen, right? We know this, and progesterone. Cholesterol and fat are literally the building blocks of your sex hormones. So if you're on a super low fat diet, your body may struggle to make enough of the hormones that keep your energy, sleep, and mood stable, all the things we're struggling with naturally. Low fat diets have actually been associated with increased risk of irregular cycles, lower sex drive, and worsened perimenopausal symptoms. So now let's talk about the relationship with fats and blood sugar. So fats help slow the absorption of carbohydrates, which then leads to a more stable blood sugar and fewer energy crashes, cravings, and mood swings. So a balanced meal with a little bit of healthy fat, high quality protein, and some fiber, that's how you achieve that steady energy and fewer insulin spikes. So what about the role with fat and weight loss, right? Because we're worried they're so high calorie, so nutrient dense, but I'm supposed to be in a caloric restriction to try and lose weight. So healthy fats can actually help with weight loss. They keep you full and satisfied longer. They reduce your urge to snack. They help your body burn more fat efficiently, especially when you're pairing with protein and strength training. And they may specifically reduce abdominal fat, which becomes more stubborn, as we know, in perimenopause. There was a study done a few years ago with women over 40 showing that those women who were eating higher monounsaturated fatty acids in their diet lost more visceral fat than those on low fat diets at the same calorie level. So that goes to show you it matters what you're eating. It's not the total number of calories. So let's talk about some practical ways that you can start today to kind of add healthy fats into your diet on a weekly basis. So things like avocado toast with hemp seeds, smoothie, add some chia seeds, a little bit of almond butter, flax oil in there. Salmon, love salmon, powerhouse food. Serve that over leafy greens with an olive oil vinaigrette. Tahini or hummus with roasted veggies, or having a snack of just a small handful of walnuts or trail mix with pumpkin seeds. Super satisfying, and you're meeting those healthy fat needs. You don't need to overthink it, but you do need to be intentional about it. So adding the right fats make your meal more satisfying, balanced, and hormone supportive. So let's talk a little bit about some common mistakes and clear up some lingering myths here surrounding fats. So what the era we kind of grew up in, again, that low fat diet was, okay, but fat makes you fat. That couldn't be further from the truth, right? Excess calories and blood sugar dysregulation, that's what makes you fat. Healthy fats actually help you burn fat by supporting hormones and metabolism. So another thing I hear too, especially if people they're worried about cardiovascular disease or heart disease runs in their family, is, well, I'm avoiding fat to protect my heart and keep my risk down. So now we know the right fats, especially omega 3s and monounsaturated fats, they protect your heart. Low fat processed foods with all of those artificial ingredients and not so much. That's wreaking havoc and creating inflammation. Now, coconut oil, which was all the rage, but coconut oil is a superfood. So, again, not evil because I hate to label things bad or good. We can view it as a healthier option or not so healthy. But it's coconut oil, it's still a saturated fat. So, saturated fat, picture artery clogging. So, again, it's okay to use it occasionally, but don't treat it like a health food that's super beneficial and integrate it into your daily intake. So, if you are a woman over 35 struggling with belly fat, mood swings, poor sleep, or hormonal and metabolic chaos, please stop fearing fat. Instead, try this. Start adding 1 to 2 tablespoons of healthy fat to every meal, 2 servings. That's it. 2 out of 7 days a week, fatty fish per week, or talk to me about a high quality fish oil supplement that you can start and integrate some more things like avocados, nuts, seeds, olive oil every day or every other day. Inside the lifestyle program, that's where I walk you through exactly how to build hormone supportive, anti-inflammatory meals that make fat your friend, not your enemy. So you don't need to fear food. You just have to understand it. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Lifestyle PA podcast. If this episode challenged old beliefs and gave you something new to try, share it with a friend and leave a quick review. I would truly be so grateful for that. Remember that you are not meant to shrink. You're meant to feel strong, clear, and capable, and healthy fats is a piece of the puzzle that can help you get there. So until next time, keep showing up for yourself. You are doing the work and it is all worth it. I'll see you next week. Thanks so much for listening to the Lifestyle PA. I hope you're leaving today's episode feeling empowered and supported on your health journey. If you're ready to take the next step and make real, lasting changes, I would love to invite you to join my 3-month lifestyle program. It's designed specifically for women navigating this season of hormonal and metabolic changes, focused on personalized, sustainable nutrition, movement, sleep, stress, and mindset. Head to thelifestylepa.org or message me on Instagram at _lifestyle_PA to learn more and reserve your spot. And remember, it's the small steps that lead to the big changes. So start with one today.